Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to start a project. You all know that I like to make my grandson a piñata every year, and he likes for those to be pretty strong. And so this year, instead of starting off with a punch ball and just putting layers and layers on it to get it strong enough, I've decided I'm going to start out with a plastic tub. This is a big tub that my daughter got from work, and I'm going to just put all the layers on it, and hopefully it'll make the piñata stronger. So I'm going to start out pretty much like normal. I've got my piñata paste, and it's just flour, Elmer's glue, some salt, and water mixed up into a thick paste. And I've got my newspaper that's cut up into strips. I'm hoping the strips are still going to work for something like this. If not, then I'll tweak it and figure out the best thing. I have never tried this before, so we're just going to learn together. So the first thing I'm going to do is just start covering the tub. Just dip your strips into your paste. Run your fingers down them like normal and just start putting them on however they'll fit. Make sure they get nice and smooth. I'm still probably going to put, layers on, let those dry, layers on, let those dry. That's just part of the piñata process, but it shouldn't have to have as many layers as one starting out with a punch ball, because I'm starting out with something a lot stronger. And I've got one layer here crisscrossed, one going this way, one going this way. So now I think I'm going to start some going around and just see how that works out. Like I said, I've never done this before. I have no clue what I'm doing at all. So let's try with doing one around this way. Basically, all I'm wanting to do is just wrap this whole thing with my paper mache. I may not be able to get it quite as smooth as the round balloon. But hopefully it'll just be okay. If it's real humpy, I'll have to just make the design of the piñata later something that's not smooth, something with texture. And if your ends get a little bit dry like mine just did here, I just dip my hand in it and spread some on. Because I want to make sure all of these ends are stuck down pretty good, because they will curl as they dry if you're not careful. I think I'll go over to this side now. Okay, I'm going to put one more on this side, and then I'm going to let this top layer here that's on top of the tub dry before I go and try to put on a bottom layer. I've found with with the balloons that helps. Of course, this isn't a balloon, but it would be easier if I could turn it over and work from the other side. So I'm thinking if I let it dry to where I can do that without messing up my wet paper mache here at the top, that would probably be best. So make sure everything is stuck down good. If you need to add more paper mache, just slather it on with your hands like you're finger painting. That's part of the fun of making a piñata, is getting to play with the paste. Okay. Now I'm going to let this part dry. And then we'll move on. Okay, so I put 5 layers on my piñata, and now I'm going to put on the hanger. I've got some pretty thin rope, so I'm going to cut 4 strings. I'm going to measure that. I measured it by putting it on the piñata and measuring all the way up to the top. And then I cut 4 ropes to this length. I'm going to take all 4, well actually I'm just going to take 2 ropes for now because I want it crisscrossing on each side. I want 2 ropes. So I'm going to take the ropes, I'm going to center it, put them along the bottom, going long ways, and center those. Make them even. And I'm just going to tie those here to the top in just a normal knot. I'm going to make it as tight as I can. One more to secure it. Goes through here. Now, got those done. Now I'm going to take the other 2 ropes and run them the other direction. So I've got these going this way, the other ones are going to go this way. Center them up, make sure they're even. Then I'm going to tie these to this bottom one. So I'm going to put these ends underneath, going this way, and these ends underneath, going the other way. And now I'm going to just tie a knot on top of the knot that I just made. Again, as tight as I can get it. Ends. Now I've got all 4 of these, all 4 ends. Actually, it's going to be more than 4, but just gather up all your ends, and now I'm just going to tie a regular old knot to make a loop to hang the piñata by. Now, after all is said and done, and you're done with the piñata, you can cut these or whatever you want to do with them. I'm going to tighten it all up because that doesn't look good. Go. Now, I'm going to go ahead paper mache over the ropes. I'll probably put another 5 to 10 layers on it. Okay, everybody, so I've got the other 5 or 6 layers put on the piñata. It's painted, and I've cut a hole in there. I just used the steak knife and my hammer and chiseled it in. And there's the hole. Now, I'm going to put the hole back down, and I'm going to use just a little bit of clear tape to tape it down so it doesn't come open. Now, I know it's not painted the best, but to be realistic, he's turning 13. He really ain't interested in what the piñata looks like. He just wants to beat it to death. So that's basically what I made it for him. Cut a little bit of tape. And just tape down the flap. I'm going to leave just this end up, so whenever we get to the party, we can just pull it up and put the candy in it and stick it back down. But there it is. It is made out of a plastic tub, and hopefully it's going to be a little bit harder to break. So, I really like making this with you. If you did like it yourself, give me a good thumbs up and subscribe. Have a good day, y'all. Bye.